The Dark History of Penta.
So the rumors were true. Former Lucha Underground
Panini.
champion, Impact World champion, and one half of the world-renowned tag team Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. is finally in the WWE, and he's ready to shake up the roster.
3MB.
The whispers began in late 2024 as Penta's AEW contract was nearing its end, and now WWE has officially confirmed the arrival of the infamous Luchador by airing this teaser on Raw's Netflix debut.
The Ninja Star.
Now, with Raw's already stacked roster, you might be thinking that Penta will be just another addition to the crowded locker room with nothing special to offer. But if that's you, boy, you're in for a surprise, because let me tell you right now, while we've seen other superstars jump ship from AEW and other promotions to the WWE in recent months, Pentagon Jr. is unlike anything we've seen in WWE in recent times.
Wait, what?
This isn't just because of his unique character, his hard-hitting in-ring style,
Bro's
or
hungry
his
for
ability to
Wawa
stand
sneaky?
out, be it in singles competition, intergender matches, bloody death matches, or as part of the legendary tag team with his brother Rey Fenix. No, it's because Pentagon Jr. has a dark
is Phoenix gonna come
history,
over?
unlike any superstar we've seen in WWE in recent years. But if you're wondering what exactly makes Penta so different from the rest of the roster, what is his pre-WWE history with names like Gunther, Io Shirai, and Kairi Sane, how will he fit into WWE's already stacked lineup, and of course what led to his departure from AEW, as well as what the future holds for him in WWE, watch this video till the end, because this is Grease from Wrestleology, and today we're going to dive deep into the dark history and future of the man with zero fear, Pentagon Jr. To understand what makes Pentagon Jr. truly special, we need to go back to Mexico in the mid-90s. The original Pentagon character was created by AAA as the arch nemesis of one of their biggest stars. But here's where things get dark. The Pentagon name became infamous for being cursed. The original Pentagon nearly died in the ring during a match in 1996, suffering a cardiac arrest that forced him into early retirement. Several wrestlers would then take up the Pentagon moniker over the next decade, but each seemed to meet with misfortune. One ended up in prison, another one disappeared from wrestling entirely, and the character became so notorious that when AAA decided to revive it in 2012, many wrestlers refused to take on the role. Enter the man we know today as Pentagon Jr. At the time, he was wrestling under the name Dark Dragon, struggling to find his place in AAA. When offered the Pentagon mask and name, instead of fearing the supposed curse, he embraced it. This is where his famous catchphrase, Cero Miedo, or Zero Fear, was born. It wasn't just a catchy slogan for him, it was his defiant response to the Pentagon curse. But Pentagon Jr.'s story goes deeper than just taking on a cursed name. Born in Veracruz, Mexico, he was forced to drop out of school at age 12 when his father became seriously ill. As oldest of three brothers, including famous luchador Rey Fenix, he had to work to support his family, and this early hardship would shape his character and in-ring style, giving him an edge and intensity that set him apart. In AAA, Pentagon Jr. quickly proved that he was more than just another masked luchador. He participated in the brutal Dome of Death cage matches and began developing his now famous aggressive style. He won the Rey de Reyes tournament and captured the Latin American Championship, but despite these achievements, AAA struggled to find the right direction for his character. Now, while Penta may have zero fear, you want to know something really scary? Having your identity stolen. Recently, we've been hearing for 14 days and find out what information of yours is exposed. And always remember, of course, Penta has zero fear, and with Aura, you can too. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. By 2014, Pentagon Jr. was at a crossroads. While he had established himself as a talented performer, he hadn't yet found that breakthrough moment that would take him to the next level. And that's when an opportunity came from north of the border. A new promotion called Lucha Underground was looking for talent, and they saw something special in the man with zero fear. Now, Lucha Underground wasn't just another wrestling promotion. It was a dark, supernatural take on pro wrestling, filmed like a gritty TV drama. And it was here that Pentagon Pentagon Jr. would truly find his voice and become the character we know today. When Pentagon Jr. first arrived in Lucha Underground, he was one of several AAA talents brought in, but everything changed when he began his infamous arm-breaking crusade. In early 2015, Pentagon started breaking his opponent's arms after matches, dedicating each broken limb as a sacrifice to a mysterious master. This dark turn caught the attention of Vampiro, a wrestling legend who was serving as a commentator for Lucha Underground. Vampiro, fascinated by Pentagon's brutality, began to verbally confront him from the announce table. Pentagon, in turn, promised to break Vampiro's arm too, leading to one of the most significant matches of his career at Ultima Lucha. That's pretty much Lucha Underground's equivalent of WrestleMania. The match itself was brutal and pushed both men to their limits, but it was what happened after the match that would define Pentagon's character forever. After defeating Vampiro in a violent Sierra Meadow match, Pentagon was commanded to break Vampiro's arm, and when he did, Vampiro revealed himself as Pentagon's master all along.
As your teacher, I tell you, you are ready, my son.
This twist established one of wrestling's most unique mentor-student relationships, with Vampiro helping Pentagon embrace his darkest impulses. Following this big reveal, Penta evolved into an even more dangerous force, now known as Pentagon Dark. He began targeting bigger names, including Lucha Underground champion Mil Muertes, whose arm he broke after a title match. But this path of destruction would lead to consequences. A woman known as Black Lotus, whose arm Pentagon had broken, of course, returned to the Black Lotus Triad, a group of deadly female warriors you might be familiar with seeking revenge. This feud showcased another side of Pentagon. While he showed zero fear in the face of their threats, the storyline proved he wasn't invincible. Despite these setbacks, Pentagon's time in Lucha Underground culminated in ultimate success. At Ultima Lucha 3, he won the Gift of the Gods Championship in a ladder match, which he immediately cashed in to challenge Prince Puma, aka Ricochet, for the Lucha Underground Championship. In a match where the loser had to retire, Pentagon emerged victorious, becoming the new champion and forcing one of Lucha Underground's founding stars into retirement. Pentagon would make history again in Lucha Underground's 4th season by becoming the first person to successfully defend the championship in an Aztec Warfare match, the promotion's equivalent of a Royal Rumble, cementing his legacy as one of Lucha Underground's greatest champions. While Lucha Underground would eventually end, Pentagon emerged from the temple as a completely transformed performer. He had gone from being an underutilized talent in AAA to one of the most talked about wrestlers on the independent scene. His combination of lucha libre style, hard-hitting strikes, and psychological warfare made him a must-see attraction wherever he went. But more importantly, he had found his identity, a fearless arm-breaking warrior who would soon take his dark arts to even bigger stages. As Pentagon's reputation grew following Lucha Underground, he began making waves around the independent scene, particularly alongside his real-life brother, Rey Fenix. The two would become known as the Lucha Brothers, forming one of wrestling's most exciting tag teams. The Lucha Brothers' unique style that bridged the gap between Lucha Libre and American wrestling caught the attention of major promotions, leading to a run in Impact Wrestling where they captured the tag team championships. Their feud with LAX produced several memorable matches, including a violent Full Metal Mayhem match that'll forever be remembered by TNA fans for its brutality. The Lucha Brothers would also win tag team gold in promotions like PWG and MLW, further solidifying their status as one of the best tag teams on the independent scene. Apart from tag team success, Pentagon had a solid singles run in Impact Wrestling in 2018 when he captured the Impact World Championship in a 3-way against Austin Aries and his brother Phoenix. But perhaps the most significant moment of Pentagon's independent run came at the historic All-In event in 2018 when Pentagon faced Kenny Omega in a death match. Though he didn't win, the match showcased his ability to hang with one of the world's best and got the American audience familiar with the man with zero fear. During this time, Pentagon and Phoenix showed their ability to work multiple major promotions simultaneously, appearing for AAA in Mexico while also working American independent shows. Their versatility and their growth in popularity would soon lead them to their biggest platform yet, All Elite Wrestling. In 2019, at AEW's ticket announcement party in Las Vegas, Pentagon and Phoenix made an appearance attacking the Young Bucks and instantly igniting one of
Nuni
AEW's most
or
memorable
Nunu?
rivalries. Their debut match at Double or Nothing showcased exactly what made them special, even in defeat. But it was the formation of Death Triangle with Pac in March 2020 that would define much of Pentagon's AEW run. This trio combined Pac's technical precision, Phoenix's high-flying artistry, and Pentagon's brutal strikes to create something
You just say money. You just say money.
truly unique in AEW. However, just as the group was finding its
fuck
footing,
y'all, bro.
the global pandemic forced Pac to remain in the UK, leading the Lucha Brothers to temporarily align with Eddie Kingston. When Death Triangle finally reunited in late 2020, they emerged as one of AEW's most dominant factions. The peak of Pentagon's AEW career came at All Out 2021, where the Lucha Brothers faced the Young Bucks in what many consider one of the greatest steel cage matches ever. In a brutal contest that saw both teams literally tear at each other's masks, Pentagon and Phoenix emerged victorious to capture the AEW World Tag Team Championships, marking their most significant win in the company. The Lucha Brothers' success would continue when they, alongside Pac, captured the AEW World Trios Championships in September 2022, which led to an epic best-of-7 series against the Elite, featuring some of the most innovative six-man tag team matches ever seen on American television. Though Death Triangle ultimately lost the series and the titles, these matches cemented their legacy as one of AEW's premier acts. During his AEW run, Pentagon continued to evolve his character, even adopting the darker Penta Oscuro persona as a callback to his Lucha Underground days. His ability to seamlessly switch between being a fan favorite and a menacing heel showed his versatility as a performer, and also saw him get involved in some infamous incidents, like this one.
Like this, you know it could be used against you. Oh my God.
However, by mid
How, bro? How, bro?
Oh my God.
However, by mid-2024, things began to change. Death Triangle's unsuccessful challenge for the AEW
Bro, that look like
World Trios Championships at Double or Nothing 2024 would mark the beginning of the end. Pentagon's final AEW appearance came on the July 17th episode of Rampage, where he and Phoenix defeated Private Party. When his contract expired in November 2024, Pentagon chose not to renew, ending his 5-year tenure with the company. And if Rey Fenix's tweets are any indication, there seems to be a much bigger story that's been brewing behind the scenes all this time. Which pretty much brings us to the present moment. Pentagon Jr. is in the WWE, and he's bringing his unique brand of violence with him. We saw Penta make his debut on Raw as Chad Gable's mystery opponent, but given his impressive resume, this is just the beginning of what promises to be an exciting chapter in his career. The possibilities for Pentagon in WWE are actually endless. Imagine a match between Penta and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Or how about Penta versus current World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, who once praised Penta in an interview saying,
"Who's chopped you the hardest?"
I was shocked one time, I remember. I was wrestling Pentagon actually, and he chopped me once and I was bleeding right away. I was like, what is going on?
Given Penta's supernatural background from his Lucha Underground days, a feud with the Wyatt Six could be a natural fit, and with Rey Fenix's AEW contract reportedly expiring soon, we might even see the Lucha Brothers reunite to dominate WWE's tag team division. There's also been whispers in some parts of the internet about a potential program between Penta and Rey Mysterio for WrestleMania, with Penta potentially breaking Rey's arm and cementing himself as WWE's next great luchador. But honestly, Pentagon's versatility means he could work with actually anyone, whether it's technical battles with Seth Rollins, high stakes matches with Roman Reigns, dream matches against names like John Cena or Rey Mysterio. The door is wide open. But will WWE let Pentagon be Pentagon? Will we see the same level of creative freedom that made him a star worldwide? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, whoever steps in the ring with him better have zero fear. So what do you think about Pentagon Jr.'s future in the WWE? Which dream matches do you want to see? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more wrestling content.
Yeah. Would you guys be down with Penta deportation storyline? I think WWE's missing out on some of these over-the-top storylines Vince used to do. Facts, bro. I agree, bro.
Babymdit348 says, nah, this she was boring.
Do that TTS shit one more fucking time, bro. The chat not moving that fucking fast for you to use TTS, bro. Stop trying to be the main character, bro.